This Raw Vision video is brought to you by Metro Solar, proud partner of the Richmond Football Club. G'day Tiger fans, welcome to Raw Vision and the spotlight on the Elimination final. Can you believe that? Over in Adelaide on Sunday afternoon against Port Adelaide. It's going to be a massive game, and as I have been all year, I'm joined by Danny Daly. And Danny, can you actually believe that we've got to this position? It's a remarkable effort, really.
Yeah, it is, mate. I'm still pinching myself like a lot of other people in the organisation, I think, and a lot of people have had to cancel holidays and everything this week, so really? It's been a terrific turnaround from the boys and the whole footy club, so away we go.
Yeah. But having said that now, you're in there, so you've got to lock and load and really focus in the next few days. Yeah,
absolutely. I think obviously it was a massive win for the club, and everyone saw the excitement on the players and also the staff and the supporters after the game. Yeah. So I think one of the greatest things has been, normally an 8-day break isn't a good thing for us. Yeah. We generally like a 6-day break or 7 to get right into it, but I think that extra day or two has really helped in terms of, you know, getting over the excitement of the weekend, but then nutting down and preparing for the job ahead.
Yeah. Yep. Well, let's have a look. We won't have a team at this stage, but a squad. So any possible inclusions maybe going over to Adelaide?
Oh, look, I think there's always a chance of maybe 1 or 2 changes, but I think everyone saw last week that the side performed pretty well. So a couple of boys have put their hands up in terms of their training form on the track. Young Lloydie has been terrific. He had a really good last VFL game, kicking 4 goals, so he's one that might be in consideration, but obviously we don't finalise the side until you know, Friday, so we'll have a training session Friday and then over there on Saturday. So at this stage, it'd be fair to say mightn't be any change, but there's a possibility of one.
Be some unlucky players if they did make change. I guess having a look at Port Adelaide, their greatest strength in their game is that slingshot footy from their half-back line. They transition it all the way down the ground, Danny.
Yeah, they do. I think if you look at their first half of the season, some of the vision that you're going to show here, basically, I know this was a few weeks ago, but this is basically what they did really well in the first, 10, 11 games of the season, which saw them be on top for, 2 games clear. So when they're up and about and you allow them to get the football out of their back half like they're doing here, you're in for a long day defensively, just chasing tail all day. So our ability to pressure up on them and win the football first and foremost is going to be crucial for us, but we just can't allow them to get easy outs from the defensive 50.
So that's the thing, you just got to block the exits and make sure they don't get over the back?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, their half-forward line, Whitey, Wingard, Hartlett, Gray, these sort of guys, Ebert, they just run and run and run all day. So they work hard down defensively, get into paddock, but then they just run back that hard, as you see here on 45 patterns, and they just tear the opposition apart. So,
and our old mate Matty Whitey's been so important for that, hasn't he?
Yeah, Whitey's that's what they got him there for, I think, just for his running ability to get up the ground and get back. So again, he's going to be another one we have to watch and control and make sure he doesn't get in behind us. It's crucial that our defenders and our midfielders remain goal side of him, so we don't allow them to get past us. So that's going to be a big key to the game.
I guess the other one is it starts in the middle, and the contested ball in the midfield, if you get your hands on it first, get it into your forward line and then lock it in, you can stop what you've just been talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've been pretty good in this area in the midfield.
Yeah, we have, and again, they're ranked second obviously, but I think again for the first 10 or 11 weeks of the season they were number 1 by miles. Like they were 20 plus ahead of anyone else. So their ability to win the contested ball through Lobie in the ruck and their midfielders Boak and Corns in there who usually runs with someone, Ebert, Wingard, Gray, getting first use to get it out to their runners was crucial for them. So it's been a strength of ours over the last 10 weeks and obviously a strength for theirs in the first 10 weeks. So that's going to go a long way to determining the game, I think, the contested ball.
So Boak's the one. He was huge against us earlier this year at Etihad.
Yeah, he was. He had 39, I think, from memory, and 22 contested possessions. So he had a terrific game and was probably the reason why they got kept in the game for so long. So again, we'll have our midfielders who'll have to work through him at stoppage. As we know, we don't really tag as much, but just the ability for Cochin and Miles and Pedard and Grigger, these sort of guys to be able to make sure we get first hands on football, but also if they do, to be able to pressure them as well.
The 2 key forwards are in pretty good form. Schultz kicked 6 last week over in Perth, which is a huge effort, and Jack the last 2 weeks 10 goals.
Yeah, he's been good, Nick. Jack, the last not only 2 weeks, but I think his last month he's played some really good football. Not only his ability to hit the scoreboard with 3 or 4 goals, but his defensive pressure and his ability to, give some goals off to his teammates and work up the ground. But also his marking, I reckon, has been pretty good in the last few weeks and allowed us to keep the ball inside 50. And Schultz, as you said, I think he was named in your Australian squad, was he?
Yeah, he made the 40s, Schultz, so he's had a great year.
Yeah, he's had a terrific year, and as you said, 6 goals last week against Freo, which is no easy feat against a side like Fremantle. So, again, Rancy, we talk about him every week, but he'll get the job on Schultz, and it's another big job for Rancy. And if he can keep this guy to 1 to 2 goals, he's probably done the job for us, and we're probably well in the game.
A little bit of a different key forward to others, Schultz. I think he hits up at the ball more than any other full forward, so a little bit of a different role for Rancy, maybe. Yeah,
it is, and it's a good point you make, because he does get up the ground and he does hit up between 30 and 60 and have long shots for goals. So sort of players that Rancy's played on have been guys that the ball gets kicked into them and they try and take contested marks as well. But this guy's got it all. So Rancy's got a different job to do, but again he'll be hopefully supported by the rest of the defenders who might have to come off and support him at times, and again our midfielders who hopefully put the pressure on. But as we saw earlier, a lot of his goals do come from that slingshot football, so we just need to make sure we contain him in that area.
Jack's the barometer with his emotion, got us up and about last week. Hopefully he's throwing the fists around early.
Yeah, well, it was good to see him do a set shot from the boundary rather than those kick around the body ones, but he's a passionate man, Jack, and
we love it.
We love it. The supporters love it. He loves the footy club, and sometimes he drives us crazy, but he is what he is, and he makes the side.
He's a serial pest. One player who's just had an extraordinary year is Robbie Gray. He's gone to an absolute elite level now. He'll definitely be an All-Australian and Coaches Association Player of the Year, so he's the man to stop, I think.
Yeah, he is. It's a terrific comeback from his knee reconstruction, and the thing he's added to his game is his ability to go in the midfield and have an impact as well. Like previous years, we've probably all seen him as just a forward who can crumb and take a mark and be pretty smart about the way he goes about it, but he's getting up in the midfield now, and he's averaging 25 possessions as you've got here, and he's probably getting 16 or 17 those through the midfield, then coming forward and having an impact.
And he gets involved in so many scores.
Yeah, he's high in the score involvement chains in the AFL. Kicked 4 against us last time, 1 as a midfielder and 3 as a forward. So, again, our midfielders and defenders need to be right on in terms of communication, because he will drift forward when you don't realise he's drifting forward. So he's another one, with Boak that we need to control. And one way you do that is by us winning contested football, obviously, and getting the ball going our way. But yeah, it's a credit to him the year he's had, but hopefully he has a poor game this weekend, right?
We certainly hope so. He's a champion, Robbie. So when are the boys heading over, Danny?
Yeah, we head over midday on Saturday.
Yeah.
We
Bit of a run.
Yeah, train at Adelaide Oval. Before apparently there's 2 SANFL finals at Adelaide Oval, so we get to train before that game starts. I think it's about 2:30 or something, but anyway, we can check on the website for that. Then we just relax at the hotel and just keep things as normal as we possibly can. It's one thing we've done really well is travel this year, so nothing's going to change too much in terms of our preparation. Understandably, there's probably 10,000 Richmond supporters coming over, which is awesome for us, but we're just trying to keep it as simple and as structured as we can.
Before I let you go, you're not catching Chief Air over on Saturday?
Well, actually, I entered the competition, but apparently staff members aren't allowed to, so I was withdrawn from that one, but that's a good prize, isn't it?
Oh, Chief Air. Apparently he's going to fly the plane as well, so you can do everything, Benny Gale. Thanks for joining us, Danny.
No worries.
That's been the spotlight on the elimination final. We can't wait for it Sunday over in Adelaide.